At Avery Tire Pros, everything rotates around you. You'll always get friendly customer service, high-quality work backed by the industry's strongest warranty package, and competitive pricing. Avery Tire Pros is a full-service automotive shop with a wide selection of quality tires like Michelin and BF Goodrich. Michelin and BF Goodrich offer safe, fuel-efficient, long-lasting tires that provide exceptional performance and extraordinary value. For local service you can trust without the hassle, visit Avery Tire Pros in Newland or online at averytirepros.com today.
Welcome to another Spotlight on Education in Avery County, and with me today is three representatives of our school system to discuss a very significant accolade for the Avery County schools, and that is that our school system had the highest graduation cohort rate in the state of North Carolina for 2013 and 14. And so I'll start here on my left and let them introduce themselves to you.
Hi, I'm Ellis Ayers. I'm the Director of Curriculum and Accountability for Avery County Schools.
I'm Todd Griffin, the principal of Avery County High School.
Ricky Ward, principal at Avery Middle School.
And the reason these three are here, they're representing an effort throughout the school system over many years to try to help our students graduate. And the first question, Ellis, is what does it mean, cohort graduation rate?
Well, as everybody probably knows, the group that graduates as they start and go across the stage, not all of them started at the same time or even in the high school. They came maybe from different places. So cohort is taking a look at all of those students, and they all started ninth grade 4 years ago. So they may or may not have been at Avery High, but when they came in 4 years ago, the clock began ticking to get them across the stage 4 years later.
And the question might be, Ellis, what happens with a student who leaves our school system or who moves into our school system as it relates to the cohort rate?
If a student comes into our school system, let's say if they come in 11th grade and they are still on track to graduate when they come in to Avery High in the 11th grade, then they are included within our cohort. If a student leaves us and then they go and transfer to another high school, they're included in their cohort.
So there's a lot of checks and balances.
Oh, absolutely.
When before there was not a lot of checks and balances.
Very, very much needed.
Now again, this has been an effort throughout the school system, and a lot of hard work has gone in, and some new programs we've put in place. And Mr. Ward, one of those programs that you helped create was the Blue Ridge Academy. Started out as Challenge Academy, and we changed the name. Talk to us a little bit about why you think Blue Ridge Academy assisted in helping some of these students graduate.
Blue Ridge, I think, is a wonderful program created for students that have difficulties with traditional high school. It could be due to just problems with attendance. It could be that they just don't fit within that time frame. So what Blue Ridge allows us to do is have flexibility and to meet the needs of individual students. So it was really exciting to be involved with that, and I think it was a good program for Avery County to help specific kids to graduate.
And Ricky, talk to us just a little bit about the internship piece that we were able to collaborate with the Council of Governments on.
Mm-hmm. That was a great opportunity for our students. The Council of Governments provided us with some funding. We were able to work with different organizations in the county for internship opportunities where they would work and they would even receive pay, and they could get time towards credits as well. So it accomplished many different things for those students, and it was a good hook to get them, involved with their education.
The graduation cohort rate really begins, even though it's ninth grade, in pre-K, kindergarten. But when they leave, Dr. Griffin, is in high school. So what are some of the initiatives at Avery High School that is going on to help these young people stay in school or encourage them to stay in school?
Well, from day one, when they enter our Viking Academy as ninth graders, we're talking to students immediately and parents about the importance of students graduating. And our, main goal in Avery County Schools is to make sure every student graduates from high school. So we work with our counselors, we work with teachers and our students and parents to help them understand the value of education these days, and especially in the 21st century. It's very important for all of our students to be able to graduate. And so we stay on them, we push them. We have several programs in place to assist with that. Our dual enrollment program partnership with Mayland Community College really helps those seniors that are looking to get college credit, while they're in high school. We also have some counseling programs available to assist students. You know, our registration process and advising process has worked very well. We sit down with students individually and sit down with parents individually to map out the coursework for the students, to make sure they're getting the courses they're interested in, but also to make sure they're getting the courses they need to graduate from high school.
You talked about preparing them for college. Todd, what about those students who are not going to go to college? What are some of our hands-on type programs, CTE, and offerings that we have to really engage those students that maybe four-year college is not what they want to do?
We have a very strong CTE program at the high school. We have a lot of our carpentry program has worked very well. Our agriculture program works very well. Our culinary arts program that we established a couple years ago
and you and I kind of representatives of that in looking at us, right?
Mm-hmm. Right, that's right.
We
That's
participate
exactly right.
a lot in that
We like to
culinary
eat,
arts
so
program.
yeah. But these types of programs really give the students an opportunity to do hands-on, project-based approaches of learning while they're in high school. It lets them expand on their interests. It also broadens their horizons and knowledge on different areas of careers that they may be interested in as well. You know, our partnership with Malin helps with that. Also, you know, we have a lot of vocational activities, CTE internships that students do where they take a period out the day and go out into the community and work with different organizations, you know, that are partnership with the school and the school system.
Ellis, the accountability piece of it. Not only are we talking about a very high graduation cohort rate, we also did very well in our accountability standards in some of the testing areas. So talk a little bit about especially our ACT completer rate and all that we did last year.
That was one of the things that I was probably most pleased with, not just the fact that we had the highest cohort graduation rate that we have ever had, and I think highest of any system in the state has ever had.
We were the highest forever, which is a good thing. We just want to be higher next year.
Absolutely. But also the fact that our ACT scores were up. We were up in the top 10 in terms of our work keys. That's those students that take the ACT version for getting credentialed. They have been through those vocational programs, and it gets into where their academic preparedness levels are. They were in the top 10, and then our overall ACT scores, which with all of our juniors, we were in the top 20 there in terms of the percent of students that were scoring college ready. So not only did we get students across the stage, we also got them across the stage prepared. And that's extremely important. It's real easy. I won't say easy, but you could get students across the stage with a diploma that doesn't mean anything. And that is not what we do in Avery. And I think the fact that our ACT scores back that up, the fact that we're really trying to make sure that we have students prepared for work, for college, whatever they would like to do.
And even though we're talking about a graduation rate in 12th grade, it does start earlier. In middle school, Mr. Ward, is an area that we really have to put special programs in place to involve and engage those students. So talk to us a little bit about Avery Middle School, the middle school program in general, and some of what you're doing, your staff's doing, to make sure those students are involved, engaged in school.
Well, we believe strongly that, you know, a lot of their habits and their future is based on those middle school years. So it's an exciting time to work with them. They're learning more about their personality and their interests. So we want to give them as many possibilities as we can. We've started a new enrichment program at both middle schools where we're doing some hands-on, very high level, getting students more engaged. Science Olympiad, forensics groups, different robotics classes. So a lot of things that really, one, that they're interested in, and two, that will really get them thinking. So that's a big push we have now for middle school.
Todd, at Avery High School, next steps to build on this success, what do we do to not fall back? You know, so often when you achieve a goal, which our goal was to be first in the state, there's usually some relaxing. So what are you doing to prevent that relaxing and kind of going backward?
Well, I think the main thing is enhancing some of the programs that have already been successful so far. You know, our one-to-one technology initiative that we have, where all of our students have a MacBook has really enhanced the learning of our students. It's made our students be more engaged in their learning than maybe in other places that are not doing the one-to-one technology. Students have their MacBooks, they take them home, they bring them to class. And programs like our haiku program where students can go on there and get their assignments from their teachers and communicate with one another through chat groups and such like that on our haiku pages is enhancing those programs. Also enhancing, our professional development for our teachers and making sure our teachers are staying up to date on, our latest trends and all the positive things going on, in the nation and in the state. And, preparing our students to do well on the test. I think that's important. We all know that, if students are confident and students feel good about themselves and feel good about learning, it's going to raise their achievement. And I think, enhancing those programs and just making sure that we're checking with every student and keeping up with them and monitoring their progress. If students are falling behind academically, we have some programs in place to help that. Our counselors meet with them, our teachers meet with them to make sure they don't fall behind and make sure they don't fall through the cracks.
Ellis Todd talked about our technology initiative being one-to-one, but we also have great teachers. And one of our goals is to try to provide them the resources they need to help students be successful. And maybe take just a second and talk about our reading cohort we have and the math professional development we've done over the last year and a half.
We've done a whole lot to partner with Appalachian State University. The fact that they are in our back door or at our back door, we've really tried to strengthen that relationship by starting a reading cohort where instead of us sending teachers over to ASU came to us. We've got 3 cohorts in place, students or teachers from the elementary levels, which they're getting pedagogical work, coming and getting reading theory, but then also setting up reading practicums, actually tutoring our own students that are in need of some extra attention under the tutelage of the ASU professors. And that is going universally just outstanding. We've got teachers from every elementary school involved in that process. And then in terms of with math, we've had an ongoing relationship with the ASU professors in which they've been coming in, doing some observations, and then also doing some follow-up work, talking about pacing and making sure that as we've come into following the Common Core for math, started 2 years ago, zeroing in on those areas that we're not quite where we want to be just yet, and providing some strategies and kind of a roadmap on how to get there.
And Ellis, thank you for being instrumental in helping develop that. And Mr. Ward, we're going to give you a real quick time for a commercial. If you're going to encourage a parent to be involved with their child and to help them be successful in school, what one bit of advice would you give them?
I think just ask them, what's going on at their school. Be involved. Look for opportunities to come out and work with the school and to be involved with what your child's learning. And a lot of parents think that in middle school they don't need to be as involved, but we love that parent involvement. So that would be my advice. Get involved and be at the school.
Dr. Griffin, your commercial on helping your child be successful and graduating from Avery High School.
I think just, keeping in touch with the school and monitoring the progress of their students, and realize that it is a partnership between the students and the school and the parents, and that we're all communicating together and just making sure if students are falling behind, know that there are caring adults at Avery County High School that are going to do everything we can to make sure every student is successful.
And Ellis, you can end it up here with your commercial.
Along the lines of both of those, what those gentlemen said in terms of being involved, I think having high expectations. We never achieve anything unless we have an expectation for what our goal happens to be. And I think that for students to be successful, parents and families and the school system all have to have those high expectations and then communicate all together on what those expectations are. And together, I think we can do it. And I think we do a pretty good job of that in Avery County because we do communicate so well with each other.
Gentlemen, thank you for being with us. We appreciate the quality educators you are. great representation of our entire school system, because we are blessed with some wonderful teachers, administrators, and so many of our non-certified staff that make our school system a very special place. And we do live in a community that really cares about children and education. Again, thank you for being with us, and wish you well on Halloween Day. Thank you.
At Avery Tire Pros, everything rotates around you. You'll always get friendly customer service, high-quality work backed by the industry's strongest warranty package, and competitive pricing. Avery Tire Pros is a full-service automotive shop with a wide selection of quality tires like Michelin and BF Goodrich. Michelin and BF Goodrich offer safe, fuel-efficient, long-lasting tires that provide exceptional performance and extraordinary value. For local service you can trust without the hassle, visit Avery Tire Pros in Newland or online at averytirepros.com today.